Previously on this season of Behind 2017.
Our goal is to have $10,000 in our account by the spring of our senior year.
So I need to know what's going on with fundraising because it's time to get moving on this stuff.
Muhammad's the stressor.
I will not be back to Woodbridge next year.
I'm not going to be coming back next year.
Yet another big surprise. Amanda told me she's not coming back.
At Smoothie King, having the family that we've been working with so close, I'm starting to feel really close with them.
And Mr. Viola also, who apparently when he's not in Woodbridge, acts like a child.
This needs to be plugged in and on this thing.
Because I feel like I'm missing something.
He's really stressed, but at least he's happy.
Put us on the map in Prince William County, and who knows, maybe next year we'll have even more presentations.
See all these people putting up their posters and people are coming to me asking me questions about the application because I know no matter what we're going to have a great team, and I'm super excited to see what we can do next year with all these people applying and wanting to be officers.
Well, are you guys excited about moving to the senior lounge?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Christian's planning on redoing this thing, like completely. And he's going to need a lot of help. So you're coming back in office. You might be, we'll talk. You might be, you have a couple people. You have a couple people.
They don't want me back.
Helen's moving for vice president now. With Christian's gonna try, Michelle's gonna try. No matter who gets that, Christian said he's willing to do this and do this project. It's a huge project. I mean,
whoever said junior year was going to be the busiest year of high school, they were right. I've decided to take a step back from student council, but I know that other people will fill in for the responsibilities that they have to take on.
So what are you doing next year? Are you going to be with us?
Well, it's kind of complicated.
We don't have to go into details, but I mean, you're not running for office.
No.
Okay. But you're going to be involved. Are you going to be in Woodbridge? Are you going to be in the frying right now?
If I'm still here, then of course I'm going to be involved.
Okay.
But right now it's kind of complicated.
Okay.
I mean, look at Christian. He's transforming the senior lounge all throughout the summer.
No matter what happens, you're going to be around next year.
Yeah. I don't want to say that historian is just like a title, but I mean, I won't mind like not being historian, so like that doesn't mean I'm not going to be like in here.
So are you guys, like both of you, like, you know, like writing stuff down and thinking about like how we can improve your team?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be coming back as a historian next year, but I do know that I'm going to still be doing what I love, and that's taking pictures and taking videos.
I think that really worked for us is that everybody came from different social circles, and that's what I want to make sure when we get our new captains, I want that to happen.
PowderPuff is basically just where girls sign up to play flag football and guys coach and try to teach them how to play.
I think there's some plays.
Last year we were really unorganized, so this year I want to not come in last place.
Don't work on the weekdays, so it's like a little party.
Where's Alex? Minnesota?
So the coaches for PowderPuff were Scott Morgan, and Scott, he did a good job of including everybody, and he made practice fun. Alex sort of coordinated all the drills. James was really serious about it. He had a clipboard and everything and was putting stars next to certain girls' names. And then Daryl kind of ran through the drills and helped the girls work on their technique.
I don't think you're actually cool in running back.
There was rain in the forecast for today, and the classes talked, and it's sunny now. Like, we'll be fine.
One. Everybody hit. Bike and crowd on 3. Let's go. And then head to the sideline, get stretched out, get warmed up. And let's go. Bike and crowd on 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Oh, break through.
We just ran our first 2 plays and we're doing great. All of a sudden it started to downpour and the first thing I see is Mr. Viola running away trying to cover his hair from the rain.
I guess it did rain, and we're just gonna reschedule this for Monday.
So election results are in. Fatima is president, Helen is vice president, our very own Kaitlyn Graham is secretary, Joey is going to be the new historian, and of course, I'm the treasurer.
This is different because, as Liz Hunt says, the junior year is a golden year, literally and figuratively, in that there's a lot of hype in being an upperclassman and a lot of enthusiasm. You did a lot of great work this year, led by a really strong team.
So we got a little taste of student council last year, and those of us who are moving up from captain to officer roles are definitely going to have more responsibilities, but we are really excited to become more a part of the team.
So guess what? I am entirely too personally connected to all of you. And Ms. Aarons is as well. So you're going to talk, and I got another teacher, Mr. Trutt, who's coming in, who doesn't know you from Adam, and he's going to get it down to 20.
Viola letting go of control? Unheard of. All right, let the swap shop begin.
All right, ready for your super question. Please discuss a concrete plan that will ensure we reach our $10,000. Sorry, I was expecting that reaction. By spring 2017. Include estimated goals for various events and inside and outside fundraisers.
I think we should open up the year with a Chipotle or Smoothie King fundraiser. I know Chipotle is a little more confusing to do.
I honestly believe that if we have fundraisers like throughout the year, like Ryan said, like one, like even per month, figuring out a way to sell things. It's not about what we sell, but how we sell it and like the average.
Put the Chipotle night and the Smoothie King on the same day, like have them at the same time, because the stores are really close to each other. So you can just go to one, turn around and go right to the other one.
This is a really important question. Having ideas is one thing, but putting them into motion is a whole nother ballgame. So whoever gets the 2 fundraising spots has to really make this $10,000 dream come true. I can't do it alone.
Merchandise would be the best because we're graduating next year, and I don't know about everyone else, but I don't know if I'm going to wear like all of my Woodbridge stuff once I go to college, so.
The class of 2017 needs to pick their signature event for next school year. What should it be and why? When should it be and why?
So, you do it. Okay. So I was thinking that in the month of November, we should have it International Night, which is also a multicultural night. Good.
I agree with your timeline too, because towards the beginning of the year, we have more morale in the senior class, and then towards the end, you have people showing up less.
I don't think that it should be our signature event, though. I do believe that a multicultural night is definitely something we should include in our repertoire of events, but I don't think that it should be a signature event because, of course, I would like to go. I'm sure many of us in this room would like to go, but for some people, it's just not interesting, you know?
Choosing captains is incredibly difficult. Everyone that applied had so many strengths and great qualities to them that any of them could have been in the leadership position.
How will you ensure that every member of the class has at least one piece of merchandise that appeals to them and that they can afford?
I mean, I know we have events such as like PowderPuff and Sadie's and all that stuff, and you want shirts that are like specifically for that stuff, but having like more general, cheaper t-shirts, like I know at my interview, like we discussed like having like cheaper $5 t-shirts that like people can just buy at a game or like last minute rather than having to pre-order them and then having it come in. You can just like purchase it on spot. So I think it'd be easier for people to have like those general t-shirts that they can buy throughout the year.
This year was such a revolutionary year for 2017. It's going to be really hard to match it next year, but I think if we really utilize all the people we've gained and everything we've learned, we can be just twice as successful.
As we're saying, it's like, so I think that'd be good because if you have cheaper t-shirts, then it's also like not as much money lost if people don't buy them. And also if you buy them in bulk, they are cheaper. So if we bought a bunch of extras just to like throw out a football game or like just keep around in case people wanted like a basic shirt to wear, then that way we could have prices be lower in the first place when we're selling them also.
More shirts and rock and roll, turn up the band, find the hole, gonna lose control tonight. What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart, so beat the drum with me. I'm not America's sweetheart.
We're going to start in the second half of this game from the other night, and it's 5-minute halves. They're going to let me know when it's 1 minute in each 5-minute period, okay? We're going to rep it as best we can, but y'all play hard and have a good time, all right?
Yes, sir.
Mike and Pride on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go. Here we go.
Over
here on me.
High confidence for the next game.
Yes, it is.
Alright? Because we did it without no plays in our mind whatsoever.
Absolutely zero
plays. Kyle was not here. Couldn't make the plays.
It's really cool to see how cohesive this team has become. It's I know most of these people in student capacities, but it's cool to see people coaching and working together on the sidelines.
We try to do a lot of plays where we like threw the ball, but it's hard to do that when you have a group of girls that don't play football and can't throw or catch. No.
We've been working on this banquet for over a month. I just know that we're ready and it's going to be a great time.
The banquet's theme is live for success, inspire change, and drive growth. Because next year things are going to be a little different and I don't want people's energy to be lackluster. I want growth to be a positive thing for everybody.
Oh my God, the Joey quote. I wish there was a way to know that you're in the good old days before you've actually left, but I'm tired of hearing the quote.
The officers decided that we wanted to get Ms. Browser a gift that had to deal with pictures, so we made her a small photo book, and it was really cute because everyone could sign the back of it. It was almost like a 2017 yearbook for the year.
Joey, I'm tired of you, stupid.
I put your quote on the back of the book.
That was the last time. Kind of a running joke that I overuse the office quote I so often refer to, but it's a cool reference that everyone's familiar with, and it really embodies what our job here is in student council.
There are going to be a lot of speeches tonight, so if you don't like listening, tonight is not your night.
Hi everybody, thanks for coming. So I'm up to introduce Mrs. Abney, and through all this preparation, I haven't really thought of what I'm going to say. I knew vaguely that I wanted to say, hey, growth is good and people change, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, so in case you didn't see the program or if you didn't get one, just look around, some tables have extras. The main thing that we want to get across is growth. Growth is important because change naturally comes in life, and the right thing to do when change comes along your path is to grow from it.
Building bridges, closing gaps, and leaving legacies. That's going to be our theme for the next school year. And I'm sharing it with you all first. I haven't shared this with my administrative team. I haven't shared it with teachers, but I'm sharing it with you all first because you all are really the reason that I'm here, and you're all the reason that I come to work every day and that I chose this profession.
I think the purpose of the theme for next year is to make sure that everybody in 2017 feels comfortable, make sure everybody in the school feels comfortable and appreciated, and to hopefully leave an impact on the years to come.
Mrs. Benjamin is someone I never thought I would meet. She is ambitious, she is compassionate, and she has grown into one of the council's strongest allies. We are all incredibly thankful for everything she has helped us with this year, and we are extremely grateful for the opportunity she gave us to expand our horizons. Please welcome Mrs. Benjamin on behalf of Boys.
Regardless of your title or your role, you are an important asset to the class of 2017. Please remember that. This class has touched my heart, embraced my family, and held us up in our darkest hours.
We've gotten to know Miss Benjamin really well through our involvement with Colby's Ride, and she's talking about how she's expecting us to do big things, and that was really cool for her to be able to say such nice things about us, and we're really appreciative that she could come and speak.
I want you to know something. The compassion, the work ethic, and the productivity of this group is the proudest I've ever been in my entire career and possibly my life. It has been an honor to have ever been a part of this, let alone to share the role, the sponsorship of all of you.
That man means business, but he can get really sentimental.
Javier had no idea that he had any interest in student council. He had no idea that he could get up in front of people and speak. He had no idea that he could produce something that has never been done before.
What's going on?
Javier, you are the Officer of the Year.
Man, Javier really deserved that. He's done a lot of hard work this year, and seeing him walk up there just put a smile on my face and a little more tears.
This council has really changed me this year. I met new friends, I met new mentors. It's really priceless.
I would say it's hard for all of us to speak about Miss Browser, but the first thing I'd like to say is Miss Browser is everything in a woman I aspire to be. She's taught us so many things outside of council, such as family. Miss Browser will come to meetings and she may leave early, but the reason she leaves early is because she has to go get her son.
So I have a confession to make. I thought that being Mr. Viola's co-sponsor for the class of 2017 was going to be fairly simple. Homecoming, a fundraiser or two, and maybe helping some students prep for their senior year. No problem, I got this. Well, you all know how wrong I was. But things changed right around Thanksgiving for us. My husband David and I were faced with the decision of whether or not to move our family to Columbus, Ohio for a new job opportunity for him. And at that point, my life came to a grinding halt.
I knew I was gonna start crying, but I did not know it would happen so fast. 2 seconds in to Ms. Browser's speech, and I am just tearing up.
But in the end, we had to do what was best for our immediate family, and David was required to report to his new job on January 4th. And that's the day that my entire world came crashing down. What I didn't know was that my 2017 family was gonna help me pick up the slack. Mr. Viola picked up Holden at daycare on Mondays so that I could keep my second job at Nova. Erica and Sarah were able to feed and walk my dogs so that Holden and I could go visit my husband in Columbus.
It's really going to be the family dynamic that I'm going to miss the most.
Many of you have watched Holden for me at our special events so that I could be both a mommy and a sponsor at the same time. And because of all of your generosity, your thoughts, your prayers, your check-ins, your inspiration, I have survived. It's really because of all of you that I've kept it together, and I've been able to be there for both my son and my husband.
This banquet tonight really captured how much student council has grown as a family.
In just a few short days, Amanda will be graduating, and in a year, we will too.
Hey, we got multicolored roses. Right down here to the left. We got pink, yellow, orange, and white, I think.
Yes, there's white, Christian. Oh shoot, great.
So our fundraising team came up with a great idea for a fundraiser of selling flowers at graduation. And our treasurer Muhammad couldn't be there on the day of graduation because he was taking his ACT. So some of us stayed that day to help with Aaron and Gabby to sell the flowers.
You're beautiful!
You walk into graduation, there's just this atmosphere of excitement and optimism because these people have worked so hard to get where they are, and it's really nice to just acknowledge all of their accomplishments. It's bittersweet hearing Amanda's name being called, and it's even scarier knowing that that's just going to be a lot of us next year.
Seeing Viola walking down with that strut was a little bit of a surprise.
You're caught. You have Ohio committee. You're moving the Ohio office of the Empire.
This year, the captain application process was really hard. So we wanted to really reward those who were given the positions. We contacted each of the people who received their positions and kind of sent them on a little scavenger hunt that led them out to the tennis courts at the end of the day where the 5 officers were all holding posters with our 4 captains on it.
Ready?
After a little bit of waiting on the blacktop, our captains started pouring out of the school, and it was really cool because we got to, see their reaction as they ran toward us. Most of them were really excited.
I have been waiting and waiting and waiting for Mr. Viola to give us a go on telling the captains that they're captains because, I want to get started on next year. And when it finally came for us to tell them, it was the most exciting moment ever, seeing everybody so happy to be on the team.
So for senior traditions, I have Chris Mack and Ryan Kelly, and then for signature events, I have Kelsey Jones and Amael Saka.
I'm so happy with the captains that I got this year because I think they balance each other out really well. We have Christian and Alexis for intra, who are kind of like the jokesters of the group, and then we have Emma and Michelle for morale, who are super sweet and just there to get things done.
So my merch captains are Rachel and Elisha, and my public relations captains are Devin and Allie.
My donor relations captains are Angelina and Erica, and my other captains are Anastasia and Michael.
Brianna and Logan are the fresh meat of the group, and we have Javier and Enrique who have solidified themselves as entertainment captains.
You miss Robin! You'll be missed, Mama Thief!
She's gonna go lead the Ohio division of our
allies.
Bye, Muhammad. Thanks for everything.
Facebook alumni page because we are trying to do the top.
Good job, Ryan.
I know it's cheesy, but on the last episode of The Office, Andy Bernard said, "I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them."
You.